Hello everybody and welcome along to another WCS Formula 3 broadcast here at round 8 of the Formula 3 Championship to you from the Jerez circuit here in Spain. I'm Joshua Anderson, just me tonight, no Sam Jones unfortunately, but I'm joined on cameras by none other than Argo Teder. So, round 8 of the championship tonight coming from the Jerez circuit, and it is all, I think it's round 7, yeah, all to play for here. No, round 8 it is, sorry, my mistake. My maths quite on point tonight, but yes, 8th round of the championship tonight from Jerez, and it is all to play for. Whoopke Hoekstra, 202 points, leading the championship standings at the moment. He is a full 32 points ahead of Sven de Vries, who was the next in the championship in second place, in 15 points to Jason Muscat. So, Whoopke Hoekstra really can start to wrap up the championship with some good results today. And Sven de Vries is going to need some good results of his own to stay in championship contention and keep in touch with Hoekstra in the championship. Muscat, though, still there and thereabouts. Of course, 50 points per 2 races, 25 a race, 150 still on offer. So mathematically, everyone up to about 14th is still into the championship. But realistically, we are looking at these top 4 or top 5 at the moment for your championship potentials. But yeah, Boy Milan and Jerez is 4th and 5th place. Both ones to keep an eye on. Lars Buckman 6th in the standings at the moment, followed by Tobias Olsen, Jeffrey Fournier, Rob Mason, Matthew Mlynek rounds out your top 10 in that regard. In the team standings, at the moment it's Multiforce GP leading on 297 points from CM Tech in the 217 points, and Satellite Racing are 3rd on 190. Hawkeye Racing are 4th in the standings at 184 points, and TL Verbos Motorsport are 5th with 143. So yeah, there's your top 5 in the teams, and of course your top 10 in the drivers. Jerez then, interesting circuit in its own right, lots of difficult corners, very, very longish circuit actually, 4.42 metres, so some quite long laps in qualifying. But still, 26 lap race, about 40 minutes in length. And of course the formation have to go with it. And of course race 2 will be 13, half of that. Jerez, of course, probably well known for its usage in Formula 1, but we're racing Formula 3 here today. And, well, it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. So, a couple of new names for this round I've noticed. Thomas Higgins is one of them in the EG engineering car. He qualified in 9th place, so good result from the Australian there. Erhan Jachowski, another one as well, new face to WCS. 11th place qualified for Wilders Automotive. After that, it's the usual faces, and well, they're strewn throughout the grid. Tobias Olsen taking pole position from Jeffrey Fournier, from Whoopke Hoekstra, from Boy Milan, from Mike Quint in your top 5. So a couple of potentials to look out for here as well. We don't know how Jachowski's going to do, we don't know how Hinz is going to do. Well, they're all looking promising out here in Jerez. Of course, no Pescara's team here either, unfortunately. A couple of drivers are missing from this race. Notice there is no Matt Richards, so that is a shame to see him not here. Roy Shorten being deputised for by Richard Brooks this round in the number 69 RTS car there as well. It's going to be interesting to see how Richard does. And of course his teammate for this round, Chris Kinsman's here as well in the other RTS car. Of course you've got the likes of Tobias Olsen, Jeffrey Fournier, Whoopke Hoekstra, all top guys, all potential championship challengers. Of course, just this warm-up session, 2 minutes to go now until the race, and we get the first race of the evening underway. So, really got to watch some of these drivers at the moment. I think a lot of these could be potential race winners. Could be a very interesting race one here at Jerez. Of course, for a lot of drivers, this will be a track that maybe they've not dealt with in Formula 3 cars before, so a brand new challenge for them as well. Very difficult circuit in its own right, as I mentioned before, but very interesting in these cars. But yeah, going to be interesting to see how this race turns out. Of course, the likes of Quint, Olsen, potential, really got to watch out for these. And of course, Whoopie Hoekstra in his championship challenge. Got to get on with it. He'll want another win, of course, for starting all 14 races this season. He has finished, not all of them as well. Not a single DNF for Whoopie Hoekstra. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep that record up. Be very interesting to see if he can. I think he has led the most laps of anyone this season as well. It's 66 as well. Every single finish he's had has been in the points. So he's looking like a very, very good run to the championship here for Whoopie Hoekstra, though don't rule out anyone behind him either. Jason Muscat has also finished every single race he started. Or started every, well, almost the case. He's finished every but one, and he's entered every race this season. Consistency really is a big part of racing in these, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Guess it's just ultimately about survival at the end, because these cars can be difficult, but still, we're going to go to the grid in about 27 seconds time. It's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out for the drivers. Who is going to get the upper hand in this first race? Well, we're about to find out very soon, of course, because the lights are about to extinguish themselves on this formation lap. And it will, of course, be Tobias Olsen taking pole position for Ice Cold Racing, and then behind him are Jeffrey Fournier, Whoopie Hoekstra, Boy Milan, all equally capable drivers of taking the win as Olsen is himself. Mike Quint, then Roy Brazil, then Rob Mason follow. Whoopie Hoekstra, of course, third place, championship leader, needs a good result here to really start to rein in the title. Jacob Pegg, Thomas Hinz, Welty Stefano, all very impressive behind in 8th, 9th and 10th. Erhan Chajovsky on his WCS debut, 11th as well, not bad at all. Josh Downard's 12th. Metcalf, Rink Hoekstra, Richard Brooks follow. Brett Metcalf, definitely one of the most solid drivers we see in the championship. Very good in a race scenario. Jason Muscat 16th at the moment then. Or will be at the start. Sven de Vries follows in 17th place. That's quite far down for Sven. Chris Kinsman 18th as well. So maybe Sven just didn't have any time to do any qualifying laps. But Chris Kinsman will start last. So as they just come around here, potential winners. Fournier from second looks very promising, but he needs to get in the lead quickly, I think. Whoopie Hoekstra, of course, the championship leader, he can never write off. Boy Milan, very capable in his own right. Mike Quint, again, one to watch. Tobias Olsen, though, from the front, again, and Paul could be a really likely prospect as well. Personally, I'm going to go for Whoopie Hoekstra. Smart when he's on Whoopie this round, but Jeffrey Fournier, very much one to watch. Definitely one to watch, I think, is Jeffrey. Has not won a race this season, but this could be his first. So as the first couple of cars start to make their way round to the start-finish area, we are going to see how this race starts then. Chris Kinsman, for comparison, is just coming around into the final turn now. There's been a bit of a kerfuffle ahead. Cars trying to sort themselves out. But either way, Chris Kinsman is doing that nicely, and he's just going to slot it. He's not going to be the last car in his pit box. I do believe that will be Mike Quinn or Sven de Vries. But Kinsman is just going to get into his pit box amongst all the havoc that appears to have wreaked itself. But yeah, Chris Kinsman's just going to pull into his box. Now, Richard Brooks is not that far behind. He'll have to pull forward into his pit box as well. Oh, he's taking quite a while of doing so. He's starting right behind everybody, and you know what this is about from Richard Brooks, but you've got to get ahead of Kinsman for certain. He seems to want to start behind, but I don't know why that is, because he's 15. I think he's out of position somewhat, but cars are waiting to go, but the lights are illuminating. We got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5, and here at Jerez, we are racing. Olsen gets a decent start then by the looks of it. Though Jeffrey Fournier is giving him serious strife as he's coming to turn 1. Really giving him a bit of a chase here on this 26 lap race. And in turn 1 he's definitely on the back of Tobias Olsen here. Wilkie Hoekstra doing a good start as well. Mike Quinn's trying to attack Boy Milan for 4th place. Good start for Josh Jonas as well. He's up 3 places at the 9th. Chasing down Jacob Pegg now. Erhan Jajowski's had a good start as well. He's chasing down the field as well. Up 1 place. Wesley Stefano down into 11th. Back at the front though. Fournier is starting to catch Olsen on the back straight. Wubke, Boyer, Mike, Roy, Rob follow. Jajowski's gotten up to 9th in the meantime. Gotten past Wesley Stefano. He is moving up the order nicely here, it must be said. Oh, Jeffrey Fournier getting a little bit squiggly off at the front though. Wilkie Hoekstra chasing him down, and I imagine Wubke's first thought is going to be get past Jeffrey, then get past Tobias. Not going to give the Frenchman the time of day. Oh, never mind, give him a chance to catch Tobias Olsen. Round into the final turn they come though already. Fournier and Olsen. The race 1 and 2. Olsen will lead the first lap of this race from Fournier, from Hoekstra, from Milan, from Quint, from Vazile, from Mason, Pegg, Jajowski, Stefano are looking to be a top 10. Fournier really chasing down the back of Olsen right now. Giving him serious strife around these couple of corners. He's really chasing him hard here. Wants this position done and dusted. Chases him even more. Round now into Curvacito Ponds. Fast right here before they get on the back straight. Fournier has really got the draft on Olsen here, but it doesn't seem to be working out for him. No, he's not got the gap. Wink Hoekstra is pitted without a front wing. That is not good for him. This lead battle very interesting then, of course. Well, Vazile and Rob Mason behind though, chasing each other in their own right. Vazile, of course, Fournier's teammate. Bit of mistake prone at times, but definitely a very capable driver as well. Mason! Rob Mason has just chucked it right down there. That was a very clever move from Rob Mason. He just chucked it right into Curva Paluqui there. As it comes around this right king into Curva Ducados. Mason was really showing his stuff there as he threw it down Curva Paluqui there. He just went for it. And Jacob Pegg has meanwhile gotten past Roy Vazile, but Vazile was helpless to defend against that. Mason into 6th place then, and Pegg into 7th, jumping up in position 2. Sven de Vries is 9th, so a bit of a TR sandwich, but the sandwich has been opened there because Pegg has been pushed down to 8th place. De Vries and Pegg then 8th and 9th at the moment. Fournier and Olsen still duking it out of the front. Nothing seems to be doing between them. No, Jovski's coming to the pits with no front wing. Olsen and Fournier, though, as we say, still duking out at the front. Whoopie Hooks and Boy Milan within contention as well. Olsen has really done a good job since he took the start of this race and just holding that lead off, really. He's just not really lost it since. Done a great job of it. Fournier is just chasing them down at the moment. Trying to get any advantage he can get, but not really going anywhere at the moment, unfortunately. Jeffrey is not able to catch up to Tobias. Is starting to gap with Hoekstra, though. Doesn't look for it in the last turn. Rather, he sets up a potential run into turn 1. Olsen and Fournier really close together here. Ring Hoekstra is unfortunately retired from the race on this fourth lap rather, having done 3. Olsen off, and he's speared right off the track there into the wall. Luckily, no damage done, it seems, but he has lost 3 positions in that. And now, Jeffrey Fournier leads the race. Now, how is he going to use this to his advantage? He got into the lead of the race. Can he hold it? He's very good when he gets into the lead, Jeffrey Fournier. Olsen just seemed to lose it of his own accord. Yeah, he just got a squiggle on and went wide. Very easily done, and he's paying for it now because he's gone wide again. Mike Quinn's going to overtake him. Rob Mason's going to be with a shout at the end of the straight. All going a bit wrong for the Swede then. Must have flat spotted these tyres, or heated them up too much because he's obviously having problems with the grip on the car. Lucky Hoekstra though starting to catch Jeffrey Fournier, so we might have a battle for the lead on. Hoekstra chasing Fournier now, just around these final couple of turns. Will not let up on the French whatsoever, and he will be starting to make his presence felt as he rounds. Right kick again, into the final turn. Is he going to look? He's not going to go for it. Rather, he's going to try and pressure Fournier into a mistake. Is he going to do to Fournier what Fournier did to Olsen, trim into a mistake? That's the question. Peg, though, moves into 8th place. Just gotten past, well, Sven de Vries has got a bit of a, this is a duel between the satellite drivers at the moment, and a massive train in that general vicinity as well. We got Quint, we got Mason, we got Bazar, we got de Vries, we got Peg, all duking it out. Oh, contact between Mason and Quint. Not good. Mike Quint is not a happy chappy. Rob Mason drops to 6th. Mike Quint drops to 9th. Rizal jumps straight up to 5th place. Jacob Peg 7th as a result. Quint in the barrier. Again there. Yeah, he made contact with Mason. Wasn't very happy about that, and then went off the next turn straight into the barrier, and he's out. Not good for him. Van der Vries though chasing down Roy Rizal for 5th. Breaks it later, and Sven round the outside, but it hasn't worked out for him, I don't think. Roy's gotten straight back through. That hasn't worked at all. Mike Quinn got his stop go apparently removed. I think he got a stop go for something, but he's left race anyway. Interesting little sort of train we had there, though. Rookie Hoekstra, though, has gotten past. Where has Jeffrey Fournier gone? I think he's made a mistake of some sort. No, yeah, he spun. He just spun there and gone wrong for him. So, Wookie Hoekstra leads now from Boy Milan. Olsen in the pits. Maybe he's just deciding now is the best time to make a pit stop. It's weird after only 6 laps. Coming into the pit. Yeah, he's changing tyres. He's trying to do 20 laps on these tyres. I'm interested to see if this works out for him. De Vries and Brazil battling it out though. 4th and 5th having a fight with each other. Van de Vries really needs to outscore Wookie Hoekstra here, but it's not going to happen at this rate. Wookie's just going to extend his championship advantage. See what Sven can do on the back straight here as they're potentially going to line up a move. It's not going to happen for Sven. He's not close enough, so he's going to have to wait his turn, I guess, just until it can go even warmer as well and maybe jump down the inside of a turn or something. We really just got to try and keep it going here, Sven de Vries. Got to apply pressure to Vassal where possible. I think he's starting to, but he's gone a little wide himself, but he's going to firmly planted on the back of that car. The last turn they come, and I guess de Vries is not going to go for this, as I imagined, so he didn't. But oh, bit of a wide moment from his aisle. It's very wide, and he's gone straight off the track. Muscat's going to get through as well. Jason Muscat does get through his aisle down to 7th. Bit of a disaster for him. Chris Kinsman has retired from the race, though, which is a shame. Doing quite well. Guess the field's starting to spread out a bit at the moment, but still some decent potential battles, such as Peg if he can catch up to de Vries. Of course, we saw the satellites battling before. Vassal just needs to close in on Muscat now, you think, and try and get 6th. After that incident before, where he just went off the last turn. Jacob Peg is actually starting to catch Sven de Vries little by little here. He's having a great showing. Peg, of course, 27th in the standings at the moment. Maximum points scored in any race so far this season has been 5. So, going to get a really good points haul here by the looks of it. Going to be right up there in the plus 10 area. Really going to help his championship standing after this race. He keeps this up. On some very good form. Hooky Hooks, though, really just is untouchable at the front of the grid at the moment. 8 out of 26 laps. Just under a third distance done. Olsen and Downard look quite close actually. Tobias Olsen after his pit stop seems to be closing in on Josh Downard here, so it'll be an interesting little battle between them as well. Of course, MDR versus Ice Cold. Oh, bit of a wide moment from Josh there, and well, Olsen tries to sneak it down the inside, but there's no room at the end. Although he'll make room at the end this time, dives on the inside and just gets straight through to the Swede into the 8th place, or is he? Because Josh is still there on the inside. He's not making life easy for Olsen here, that much is for certain. Tobias, though, given as little room as he can possibly do so. I think he might have the inside now. Yeah, just goes a little bit wider down and Olsen through into 8th place. Well, that was an interesting little battle there, side by side for a while, and well, eventually Tobias Olsen came out victorious. But well, maybe we'll see them battle again. Hooky Hooks are though still leading this race by quite a while from Milan, from Fournier, from de Vries. Egg really is the dominant driver at the moment. No wonder he's the championship leader. Vassal and Muscat seem to be getting closer here. Muscat's starting to rein Vassal in, so he's gotten past at some point as Roy, and Jason's trying to make a comeback. Muscat and Vassal chasing each other down, really giving it a good battle here. Both equally want 6. Only one of them can have it, as well. We'll see if Jason can make an inroads down the front straight, back straight rather, but Jacob Peg is starting to catch on Sven de Vries here. I think Sven went a bit wide going on the back straight, and that's a little bit of time, but not much. Thomas Hin's having a decent race in 10th place as well. Not far ahead is the whole down at Olsen battle, and not far ahead of that is the Muscat Bazaar battle. Not far ahead of that is Peg and De Vries. So reasonably close battles going on here. Rookie Hoaxter is actually so quick, he's coming around to the lap Rob Mason, who's in 15th and last place at the moment. That just shows you how quick the gap has become between the cars in the front of the field and the cars in the back. Trying to keep an eye on this Muscat Brazil battle because this looks like it could be very interesting. In a reasonable amount of time. Muscat and Brazil really just need to keep this battle going, I guess, at the moment between each other. The goal, really. Brazil doesn't seem to have made a very good exit out of that turn there. Jason Muscat might have a crack at him. Down the inside he looks. Is he going to get the break? He just gets the break, and yes. Oh, wheel barges there. Muscat, though, forces his way through past Roy Brazil. That is 7th place. Looking to be the Maltesers, but here comes Roy back at it. Down the inside, and oh, a bit more contact, but Roy's through again, so that didn't work out very well for Jason Muscat, evidently. He's lost a position. He should have had him, I think. These two pushing these Formula 3 cars to the limits of adhesion here. Pushing them as far as they will go. Maximum attack for all these drivers, but of course they've got to make a pit stop too. Mandatory pit stop in the feature race. Race 1. And of course race 2, the sprint race, just 13 laps in this instance and no mandatory pit stop. The Erhan Jajovski's gone down to last. Rob Mason's in 14th now, so I assume Erhan's made a mistake somewhere. Maybe he's WCSLeague not quite going to plan here, but still getting round. Doing okay. Muscat Brazil battle rages on though for 6th place. Muscat just tries there, but it doesn't work. Oh, Brazil gets a bit squiggly out the exit there. Is this Jason's chance now? Every little mistake can help any driver get ahead if they use it correctly, and he's got the shorter amount of distance to travel with the inside line there, but it's not working out for him. Rob Mason's gone off, but he's let Muscat and Brazil through, being lapped there. Roy and Sven really just trying to fight each other at the moment, really, but Jason and Roy just going for it. I think we may have lost a boy in Milan from the action, unfortunately, by the looks of it, so that's going to promote Sven de Vries into 3rd. Something's happened with Boyer there. Yeah, he's out. I hope he can go back into the race, obviously, but going to hurt his position now. Sven de Vries 3rd, Jacob Peg 4th, Starlight on for 3-4. Jacob Peg on for a fantastic finish. Seems like a bit of a taxing circuit then, however. We've seen quite a couple of drivers make mistakes already. And of course, a mistake around here can you dearly. Lots of gravel to stop you if you go wide. Not like modern tracks, some more modern tracks which are a lot of tarmac runoff. Just gravel all the way at Jerez. Gravel and grass, the good old fashioned way. Rookie Hoaxer is going to start his 13th lap of the race, which means it might be stop time for the Dutchman soon. Fournier second, De Vries third. All of them doing quite well. Neither pits this lap. Jacob Pegg does though. Jason Muscat, I imagine, will probably take fourth place as well, he has done already. Muscat has gone through Brazil, will go through to fifth, and will go through to sixth. No, he won't. Too far behind, but he would if he was close enough. Pegg is exiting the pits now. Down is just in, so Thomas Hinds will probably take seventh place. Pegg has lost three positions there. And he's pit stop, but Vidal Muscat after two. So on still for fourth place. The thing is though, Sven de Vries, the later he waits, as will Hoekstra, as will Bonnier, the fresher rubber they'll have in that second stint. But now is when Pegg can gain the time back on them. And he's got to gain more time back over this stint than they do over the next for them. Pegg is on fresh tyres now. He's got to gain more time than the likes of Brazil can do when they switch tyres over the potentially less laps they're going to cover. If Hoekstra does not hit, Jeffrey Fournier don't think this is what he is going to pit actually. He's come in. Fournier does pit from second place then. Sven de Vries, I don't know what Sven's going to do. Looks to be staying, yep, and he's going out. Muscat and Brazil will be interesting to see what they do. I imagine by the time Brazil gets there, Fournier will actually pit, so it's not going to be a problem with stacking him. Muscat doesn't pit though. Brazil chooses not to pit either, so only really Jeffrey and Sven's just went into his box now. Fournier exiting the pit lane. Jason Muscat will go through on Sven de Vries then, but Muscat still has to pit. De Vries has lost position to Brazil as well, who hasn't pitted obviously. Fournier has lost no positions by pitting, but he's 20 seconds behind Hoekstra, which he wasn't before. Oh, Jacob Pegg's had an excursion. He's gone off from 6th place there, and that's going to hurt him slightly. Thomas Hinds is going to close in as he just rounds turn 1. Pegg's just exiting. You can see Jacob Pegg now. Potentially 6th on for the EJ driver. Oh, and speaking of people who have fallen victim, Rob Mason just put a curb there and spun, so slippy curb is obviously a thing here at Jerez. Really just trying at the moment just to stay on the track a lot of these drivers on these aging tyres that they'll now have. Case of keeping it going, really. That's all it is. Okay, Jeffrey, Roy, Ben, in that order. Oh, Roy, Brazil, I think he's almost missed the pit lane there. He's overshot that quite wildly, but he's going to make it back, where he's going to lose position. Jason Muscat's gone off and lost his front left wheel. He's going to try and look at Bador it back to the pits, though. Bless his heart for that. Well, he's going to lose serious time now. Jacob Pegg goes through, but Thomas Hinds follows him, but Muscat can practically... Oh, he stuck it! Hinds has got to go through now, and he's lost a little bit of time, but Muscat seriously lost out. He has lost a huge amount of time by making that error. Yeah, he just... Oh, he'd lost his front left before he even got to the turn where he went off. What actually happened? Oh, it was another excursion. He went off before that, plowed into a barrier, lost his front left wheel, and now he's in the pits. Hopefully they can replace it for him. It's going to take a while to put on, but Muscat, that is really hurt his race. Erhan drops out of the race. Oh, and Muscat, it doesn't... Well, they have actually replaced that wheel, so he's up and running again, is Jason Muscat. Good for him. Jobski, though, I think may have crashed. Yeah, he did. He went off, smashed his car into the barrier, and then did it again. Suspension damage rules him out of this race. Boy Milan in the pits from 15th place. Rob Mason 14th. Richard Brooks is in 12th. That changes the running order of the front door. Now it's Hoekstra, Fournier, De Vries, Vizal, Stefano, Olsen, Pegg, Dowrad, Hinds, Muscat is your top 10. Stefano 5th is very, very good from him. He'll be very happy with that. Really, there has been no stopping Whoopie Hoekstra this race, though. He's making those tyres last longer than anybody else. At the moment, at least. He is doing a sterling job out there, and I'm sure that he'll be very happy with himself. And a win here, of course, would just bolster his championship chances. Wesley Stefano pits. Tobias Olsen will therefore go through into 5th. Jacob Pegg into 6th. Josh Downard might catch him for 7th, but he's quite far behind. But he won't be now. Hinz might have been with a shout, but it's not that likely. Yep, Stefano is exiting the pits now, and Hinz is just coming up. It's going to be close. Olsen out! Well, Hinz has actually gone past Stefano, but Olsen out of the race. What happened to Tobias? He was coming into turn 1. Oh dear. He lost it under braking. Car squirmed, then it stepped out, and I think that's what did it. But it just kept going. It might not have been so bad, but straight head-on impact with the barrier with Tobias, and that's ruled him out of this race. The attrition rate just keeps going up. Now going to be, I believe, we only have 13 cars running out of the 18 that started this race. All this, of course, benefits the cars in the front positions. It might mean there's not as many cars to challenge them now, so they're going to have a bit of an easier race. But it's a shame for Olsen, for Jajowski, for Kinsman, Quinton, Rink, Hoekstra, who are not going to make the end of this race. Hinz and Stefano reasonably close at the moment for 7th and 8th position, although Thomas Hinz, I think, is actually putting away from Wesley here. Stefano around the outside of that turn, not really where he wants to be. Aside from that, quite a bit of a lull in the action at the moment, though. Brett Metcalf has just been lapped by Rugby Hoekstra. Rob Mason's trying to get himself up the order. Boya Milan is as well, though he's 4 laps down on the leader. He will get ahead of Jajowski and Olsen eventually, though. But it just goes to show this track, you know, anyone can make a mistake here at Jerez. It's not an easy track at all. Oh dear, Jeffrey Fournier's run into some sort of issue here. Run a bit of a connection problem, it looks like, and it would be very unfortunate if he disconnects from Noah. He's just put himself back on the track. Just seemed to space out for a moment. His thing went sky high, but it's reduced itself now. Although, oh dear, it's happening again. Connection problems down by the looks of it for Jeffrey. He's back on the track, but his ping is really high here. This is not good for Fournier at all. I think he's lost significant ground now to De Vries. As he, this is really bad for Jeffrey now. Something's going on with his connection here. This could end badly for somebody. It's not resolved. In fact, Jeffrey's now behind Sven. He has lost that much time. He was in a comfortable second, and now, because of problems with his internet, he's dropped to 3rd. And his ping is going up again. This is not good for Fournier, unfortunately, now. Looks like it's going to be up to his teammates to pick up the spoils. In this instance, Roy Brazil will overtake his teammate by the look of it. Oh, and Richard Brooks is off in 11th place. I'm going to look and see what happened there. Oh, he just went off by his own accord, just overshot the corner. But yeah, Fournier is just having these connection problems at the moment, and he's lost so much time. As a result of that, it can happen to anybody. At any point, it looks like it's evened out now, though his ping is starting to creep back up. It looks like it genuinely has stabilised now. Just a blip in Fournier's internet then, it seems. But he has lost 20 seconds or more from that. Really, and Sven de Vries has gained a position into second. While Rizal pits with no front wing. Jacob Pegg has gone into fourth as a result. And he's doing a good job at the moment. Oh, and Fournier's internet seems to have gone again, unfortunately. Well, that is just so unfortunate for him. Not really gone his way at all this race. Really has been no stopping Whoopie Hoekstra whatsoever though, and it has really been the start of this race. The one who just ran away with it, ultimately. It will be known from Sven de Vries in second, so he extends his championship lead. Of course, still some laps left to go, but he's 32 seconds ahead of Sven, so I think you'll need a serious mistake from Whoopie. Yep, Fournier was disconnected. Well, he tried to keep going, but unfortunately the inevitable did happen. And that is Jeffrey Fournier, unfortunately, out of a potential second place, which he will be absolutely devastated about. It really is up to Rizal now to pick up the pieces. Thomas Hinz is in a fantastic fifth. Go, Jacob Pegg's packed it into the wall. Not good for him. See what happened. It was a final turn for Pegg. He just, got a squiggle on. Couldn't save it from going into the barrier. And he is now going to rejoin the track. He's in fifth place. Thomas Hinz has gone into fourth. He'll be thrilled with this. Josh Dowden will be even more thrilled with third. Well, interesting things happening at the front of this race. Muscat and Stefano battling it out for seventh. Both going for each other at the moment. Jason's looking, but he can't get through just yet. He's going to have to wait a little longer. Not going to get it done unless he finds the opportunity, but Muscat's still chasing down Stefano here. Well, Mason coming up to be lapped. Well, 3 seconds though separates third and fourth. This could be a battle that goes down to the last couple of laps. Hin's getting held behind Brooks at the moment though. I assume Brooks, when he gets to him, will just move out of the way for Hin because he's lap traffic. In fact, I think, where is Richard? He may have already done it. Yeah, he has done. And now it's just a straight fight between these two. The gap was 3.6, it's now 3.4. Really close between these two at the moment. Right, well, I should be back then. Apologies for the slight break in proceedings for me there, unfortunately. Yes, I am back now and ready for race 2 here at the WCS Formula 3. Obviously, Whoopkie Hoster winning that last race from Sven de Vries from Thomas Hins, so it'll be very interesting to see how this second race pans out. Obviously, Hins will be very, very happy with second, third place there. And, well, just 13 laps this race, so not nearly as long. Obviously, a lot less time for the drivers to get accustomed and into the zone, as it were. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes for the drivers. So, here we go then, lining up on the grid for the second race. There's 15 cars taking the start of this race by it looks like, so a slightly smaller grid than race 1. Either way though, the race is about to start its formation lap. And it will be Richard Brooks who gets pole position here through the reverse grid. He will start from pole ahead of Brett Metcalf in second. Brazil and Muscat behind them, and they are going to be right favourites for the start of the race here. Decent race, well, a very good race from Josh Downer, got him 5th place in the reverse grid for race 2, and then Jacob Peck follows him, followed by Thomas Hins, Sven de Vries, Whoopkie Hoekstra, the top 3 from the last race, 9th, 8th and 7th this race. Rob Mason, first one to miss out in 10th. Jeffrey Fournier then in 11th place after his disconnection. Roy Milan, 12th. Then it's Olsen, Quint, Hoekstra rounds out the grid. Obviously less cars this time around. Richard Brooks, though, on the pole position for the start of this race. Going to be interesting to see how he fares at the start of this race. Brett Metcalf is usually very good in the opening couple of laps of the race, so I imagine if Brooks gets caught napping here, Metcalf will be the one who gets the advantage really and takes the lead of this race, though Brazil and Muscat very quick in their own right, so expect them to catch back within a couple of laps if he does. Of course, you got the likes of Downer, Pegg, Hins, de Vries, Hoekstra as well. None can be counted out. All very capable, all did very well in race 1. Of course, that was double the distance though, so a bit of a sprint in this second race. Where I'm standing, it looks quite likely we could see a Jason Muscat win in race 2. He just seems to be in the right position and the right place for him. Just get this win under his belt and get some more points in the bag. Really seems like that could be good for Jason, but again, it could be Sven de Vries, it could be Whoopkie Hoekstra. One of those two could jump from the back of the race grid area to the lead. Never know. That's just starting to line up in the grid slots though. Ring Hoekstra will take 15th and last place. Gonna pull into his box now. And Richard Brooks at the start will lead everybody away as the lights start to come on. And for the second time here at Jerez, it's green. Well, he has got caught up in big time. He's been absolutely left for dead by Metcalf for the rest of the cars. They come into turn 1. Brett Metcalf on the outside. And it looks like it's going to be Roy Brazil who overtakes Brett Metcalf to get into the lead. Metcalf's had a bit of a bump there and he's gone off. Gone from bad to worse for Brett Metcalf. He's hit something or some other thing at the start. But Roy Brazil, the real winner out of that. And it was just slight contact with Jason Muscat, who then zoomed over to the other side of the track. That's put Metcalf back. So Muscat, Brazil take the top 2. De Vries third. Hoekstra 4th, Mason 5th, 6th, Milan 7th. Big shake-up on the start there. Milan going to go past Beck for 6th. Wipke, Hoekstra and Sven de Vries though in the battle already. Roy Mazar though leading affairs insofar, and well, Roy could be on if he just stays in this lead for a win in Formula 3. Which I'm sure he would be very, very happy about, because Roy Mazar has not had a win yet this season, not even had a podium this season. 13th in the standings, and you could argue a podium is long overdue for Roy. Jason Muscat, though, is going to do everything in his power to get this race win for himself. Van der Vries and Wipke Hoekstra not far behind as well. Jason looked down the inside of the final turn there, but it didn't work. Wipke Hoekstra is watching this battle perfectly. Around the outside goes Muscat. Van der Vries goes down the inside of Muscat. Brilliantly placed by the American, and he goes through to second place there, but Muscat's not going to let this go without a fight. Sven, though, has gotten through, and now he's chasing Roy Mazar. This could get very, very interesting. AR versus Satellite. Sven has already had 2 wins this season. Roy, of course, to take us first. Jason Muscat's had 2 wins this season. Wipke Hoekstra, with that last one he's just taken, now has 5. But Sven de Vries actually has 3 wins this season, and Muscat has only got 1. But, yeah. Still, Muscat going for that elusive second win. Wipke Hoekstra takes a look down the inside, doesn't work out for him though. Roy Mazar has been passed by Sven, is now leading the race. Roy and Sven then battling each other out for the lead of this race. Roy seems to be dropping off now, though. I think Sven's got him, and in fact, Jason Muscat gets through too. As does Wipke Hoekstra. He's lost 2 positions in 1 corner. Might be probably 3 if Geoffrey Fournier gets through. Great resurgence from the Frenchman here. He's going to go down the inside. He looks like he's going to get it. Yep, Fournier goes through on his own teammate. Wipke Hoekstra, though, chasing down Muscat. Fournier chasing down Wipke. I'd be intrigued to see if this can continue. Geoffrey, though, really giving it the full. Geoffrey Fournier here through these corners. Maximum attack as his strategy. Van der Vries starting to put out lead here. Might be on for another race win in Formula 3. And he'll need it with Wipke Hoekstra being 3rd. He will gain, I think, net points positions if this continues the way it is. Though Jason Muscat, slight blip in the system for him there. I think he just appeared and reappeared, but he's okay now. Yeah, he's run off the track a bit. Maybe a lag problem, but yeah. Wipke Hoekstra chasing down Geoffrey Fournier now. I think Fournier has actually gotten through on Wipke. So Sven is going to make a net gain of points here, by the looks of it, on Wipke if he can just keep this up. He's going to gain about 12 points, which is going to be crucial in the long run, I think, here. Going to go on about 207 points, I think, if the standings I have are correct, and Wipke will be on about 230 something, so there won't be nearly as much in it anymore. There will be a points reduction going on in the gap sense. Fournier gets a bit squiggly out of the final turn. This might give Wipke Hoekstra the perfect chance. I imagine though that he's going to go defensive here. No, he's going to leave the inside line open to Wipke, maybe hoping that he overshoots this. Oh, but he doesn't even go for it, does Wipke. I think he tried to do something there, but it hasn't worked for him. Geoffrey holds 3rd position as a result. Van der Vries leading, of course, from Muscat, from Fournier, from Hoekstra. Roy Mazar 5th. Further back, Olsen and Milan. After Tobias Olsen's retirement from the first race, he's now got to try and hold off Boy Milan for 7th. Who's in 7th, rather, and Boy trying to go for 6th. Could be an interesting battle in its own right, that. Battles up and down the field at the moment, but really where it's at is this 2nd place battle. Fournier, Hoekstra, Rizal, the real trio that we need to watch at the moment. Rizal obviously a bit further back on this train at the moment, but Muscat just trying to go for De Vries at this, I think. Still chasing him down as we come through these last couple of corners. All right-handers until the left, of course. Fournier though, oh, gets a bit late on the brakes again. That's going to hurt his tyres. That's the thing, you flat spot these tyres, it's noticeable. It's very noticeable indeed. Hoekstra turns in into turn 1 and he's still chasing down Jeffrey here. Let's not forget that, but really just is a case for him at the moment. Oh dear, Jason Muscat having another little blip in the connection there. Fournier is taking full advantage to catch straight back up, as is Whoopi Hoekstra. Now Muscat is lost time to De Vries and he's losing time to Fournier, who might just have a look down the inside of this turn here. And through goes Jeffrey. Well, that was very well played indeed, but, well, I say through goes Jeffrey. Jason still has the advantage, and Whoopi Hoekstra, you know, he's got boxed in, he's boxed himself in, he can't go through here. Got to hit the brakes earlier and trying to hope for a good exit now. Fournier down the inside, Whoopi follows. The move isn't done though, and Jason Muscat just holds that position, but Jeffrey Fournier at the second. Well, Jason won't be too pleased about that now. He's going to want to get that position back, but problems just like that happened to Jeffrey Fournier, that happened to Jason Muscat. Oh, and a bit wide for Jason there. It's not gone well, but doesn't lose position because of it. Oh, now he's off again. Yep, this is more connection issues than that has put Muscat. But he's still third somehow. Maybe just losing connection ever slightly, but this is what happened to Fournier before. Hoekstra still stays fourth, Rizal still fifth, Olsen sixth, 5-6 still a good battle. Hoekstra just cannot make any inroads whatsoever on Jason Muscat here. It just isn't working out for him. Race, Fournier, Muscat, Hoekstra again. Top 4, but really this 2-3-4 battles where most of the action's going on the track at the moment. Really between, oh, Whoopi Hoekstra gets a bit wide there. Going to ruin his exit. Or at least hamper it. Not going to wait affairs, but going to break and see if we can get through. Won't be easy though. Trying the hardest at the moment, all of them just up with each other. Looks like Milan, Olsen is spread out, and now Olsen under threat from Hins. Where that battle seems to have gone, but gap between Fournier and Hoekstra at the moment is about a second, so really each car within half a second of the next. Really close battling at the moment. Between the two, though I think now Whoopi Hoekstra started closing on Muscat. Don't think that gap really close. Yep, 1.1 seconds between Fournier and Hoekstra. 0.4 seconds between Muscat and Hoekstra, so really Jason is the slower car out of these three. At the moment at least. Still on for a podium if he can hold off Whoopke, and it's going to hurt that points gap that he has, remember, because Sven is going to get a first place at this rate, and Whoopke is still only going to be fourth, so there is 12 points in that. And given there's 5 points, oh dear, Tobias Olsen's gone out. What's happened there is Tobias has... he's gone off at turn 2. Oh, he's just out of the wall. And he's out. But yes, Muscat really, if he holds on to this, will push Whoopi Hoekstra down into 4th, and there is a... I do believe there is a 12-point gap between Hoekstra and De Vries in that sense, but outscoring Sven by only 5 points means he's going to lose 7. So the gap is going to go from 32 points, 27 in the championship, with 4 races to go. And that's just going to close it up even more. So it's going to put Whoopie Hoekstra in a potential championship event situation. He can lose then, if that happens, no more than 2 points. Sven de Vries. Otherwise, he will not wrap it up at Assen next round. Really needs this mission now, you'd think, then, Whoopie Hoekstra, because he wants to limit the amount of damage he's going to take. Jeffrey Fournier, though. Where's Sven de Vries gone? Oh, he's gone off. Just when he didn't need to, he was leading this race comfortably, and then Sven, a victim of his own error, loses it, then gets it too far on the gravel. He's down into 4th, and Jeffrey Fournier leading the race. Well, wouldn't this just be compensation for the problems in race 1? It would just be compensation, you feel. Would it be Fournier if he won this? The further down the order in race 1 than he would have liked, but this would make up for it. Had a great run. Any connection problems? Jason Muscat now. Well, so this is going to benefit Whoopie Hoekstra now, because the gap is actually going to go up. He beats Sven by 5 points in race 1. He's going to beat him by about... Well, Whoopie's actually gotten past 4. What? 4 years must have gone off. Well, trials and tribulations going on here. Yep, he has. That's a slight excursion. Whoopie Hoekstra is in 2nd and challenging for the lead. Oh, how the tables turn, because Sven de Vries is now down in 7th. After what appears to be another excursion. Yeah, he spun this time and it's going wrong for the American now. Whoopie Hoekstra's now got 20 points. To what I believe will be Sven's 8. That's going to be quite a big gap. He's going to gain 12 points, I believe, plus the 5 from the first race. He's going to increase his gap from 32 plus 17. Might just be 49 points ahead by Assen. Well, this is going to really help him. He could wrap it up before they even get to the Red Bull Ring at this rate, but it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. De Vries really has dropped down the order big time. From 2nd place to 7th. Whoopie though chasing Jason. Muscat really now defending hard. Fournier 3rd. Had the lead, lost the lead, wants the lead back. If Whoopie Hoekstra gets past Jason Muscat though, which he's looking to do in the final turn, he'll gain 22 points on Sven de Vries, so the gap will go from 32 to 54. This is quite crucial for Whoopie now. Quite important for him. He's going for it to turn 1 and gets through. Whoopie Hoekstra then. What do you know? Now, he's leading the race. Can he make him 2 for 2 here in Jerez? That's the question. He's on to really increase the gap to De Vries here. Thomas Hinz has gotten through in the American. He's on a charge. He got 3rd in race 1. Will he be 6th in race 2? Sven de Vries has something to say about that, I think. Chases down the outside of Cavacito Pons. And, well, Hinz still has the inside here. But De Vries has got more speed, more traction. The Australian will tug up behind the American. Get a bit of acceleration, but it won't be enough, and Sven holds it. Hinz well off to settle for 7th, unfortunately. Whoopie Hoekstra on lap 10 though, and crucially for Whoopie, at this point, he knows that this is going to seriously help him in the championship if he holds this win. He knows Sven is down in 6th because he's gotten past Thomas again, so point for Sven. Going to be 50 points exactly this race going into the final 2 rounds. Is the gap in the championship. Of course, that would mean Sven de Vries needs to outscore Whoopie Hooks by 26 full points. Otherwise, well, not 26 full points actually, strike that. Needs to, Sven would have to outscore Whoopie by any capacity. If he matches him or does less, he cannot win the championship. De Vries really in a pressure situation at the moment. Really hotting to be an interesting championship now, this Formula 3. Been interesting all season, but as it comes to close... Oh, Fournier has gone off! Yes, he's gone off and he's got to rejoin now. It's going to put Sven de Vries up a position. So the gap will decrease once more and Fournier... Oh, internet problems I think are striking again. I think his pig gauge went up, but Fournier has dropped down the order big time, yeah? He's just into the wall. Down into 7th, it strikes again. Bad luck strikes again, now Boy Milan in 3rd. Malta Force 2-3 on. Bizarre 4th, Sven de Vries 5th. Fournier has been now passed by Downard, Mason, Pegg. As has Quint. It's all gone terribly wrong with the Frenchman all of a sudden. Well, that is the most... Oh, he just... I think he spun coming into the hairpin. Yeah, he just... Oh, no, it was Downard who spun into Fournier. Nothing could be done. But now he's lost his front wing, and I think this is pretty much it for Jeffrey now. He just... Yeah, he's out. From leading, he just can't get any luck. Cannot get any luck whatsoever, and you've got to feel sorry for him. I mean, he was doing so well in race 1, and then he had his internet problems. Now he's had this happen to him again. You do have to feel bad for him. And this has opened up a right battle between 7th to 10th. Between Quint, Pegg, Mason and Downard for P7. Oh wait, Quint gets past Pegg, bumping of wheels. Mind you, this battle is probably going to go all the way to the end of the race. I'm very close. Mason now closing in on Josh Downard there. Pegg closing in on Quint. 2 battles going on at the same time here. Defensive goes the MDR car. Offensive goes the Drake. Gonna get the cut back is Rob Mason. Oh, he cuts lovely there. Positions himself side by side. The MDR to come around this long double left. Through 1 then through 2. He's not going to get it this time around, but seriously close racing going between these lot here. But Whoopie Hoekstra is about to start the final lap of the race. Gonna make it 2 from 2, but Sven de Vries 5th place. He's going to lose points overall. At this rate, he is going to drop some significant points gap. Probably going to drop somewhere in the region of 9 points. Here on, yep. Maybe even 19. It's going to go from 32 to 51. This is not what Sven wanted. Going to give a massive advantage to Whoopie Hoekstra in the championship. He will know really all he can lose a point to Sven de Vries and still win the title. Looks like the whole battle we were looking at has just dissipated though because well, Pegg has gone back, Down's gone back, Metcalf's gone back, Mason's gone back. Must be an incident somewhere along the line. Whoopie Hoekstra though, around the final couple of corners. Round, final just coming around now. Cover Alex Creville, cover Ferrari, then into cover Dugados. Breaks for it, turns round, and Whoopie Hoekstra is going to take a fantastic double win here at the Circuit de Jerez. And he is going to put himself in fantastic contention for the Drivers' Championship. Jason Muscat will be second. Roy Milan third. Sven de Vries moves up to fourth, ahead of Roy Bazile. In the final couple of corners, that's going to be crucial for the American, saving his championship chances perhaps. Bazile fifth, in sixth. Another good result from the Australian. Mike Quint looks to be seventh. Jacob Peck's going to be eighth. Just down on Spawn on the final lap, and Brett Markov's going to pass him. So Brett Metcalf looking to be 9th now. Downard's going to still finish in the top 10 though. Two respectable results from him. Rob Mason should be 11th, Rick Hawkner should be 12th, and Richard Brooks 13th. All cars are going to finish on the lead lap though. There's some very, very respectable results here, and of course Sven de Vries is putting himself to 4th place. Means the gap is now 12 points in that particular race between Wupke and Sven. Plus the 5 from before is 17, and 32 plus 17. You do the maths. 47 points. There you go. Now the outscoring onus is on Wupke Hoekstra. He knows now he's going to want to be the one doing the outscoring, not Sven. And that might just make all of the difference going into the final round of the Red Bull Ring. Though, do not confuse yourselves. This is still Wupke Hoekstra's championship to lose, you feel. But what a race from Wupke he got to win that, and Sven to recover to 4th. Definitely did a good job there. Impressive and not impressive. Great recovery and great move on Rizal in the final lap. That is how you keep yourself in championship contention. 2-3 from all the force, though. That's really going to help them. It's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. And, well, it'll be interesting. Teams-wise, Motorforce were really coming into this round ahead. Obviously, that 2-3 there is going to be a good load of points. 20 plus... Well, no more than 20. It's going to be, 20 and a 16, 36 there, and all the other points as well. They're going to close in on the team's championship here. Or begin to, at least. But yeah, good racing from everybody involved there. And, well, I think we're going to get a couple of people to have interviews. And, well, the first of those will be none other than our Race 2 4th placer and Race 1 2nd placer, Sven de Vries.
Hey, what's up?
Well, Sven, you had a fantastic recovery in Race 2 there. For a minute, I thought it was going to be 7th for you, but it wasn't in the end. A very respectable 4th, which really helps you keep your championship chances just about alive.
Yeah, it was quite something. I mean, went into this race without any practice or qualifying. Had to rush home from work. So race 1 was more of practice, but quickly found the pace. And I had a little bit of luck here and there and stayed out of trouble, which got me P2, so that worked out well. Then I noticed my brakes kept applying in race 1, so I adjusted the dead zones a little bit for race 2. Not sure what happened when I suddenly locked everything up, but I'll have to look back. That was a bit silly losing P1 for that, but yeah, like you said, a good recovery to get 4th in the end. I was on TeamSpeak with Roy. He was laughing at me, and then he told me he better be quiet, otherwise karma's gonna hit him. And 1 turn later, he flies off. So had a good laugh together, or at least I did. But yeah, good event overall.
Yeah, overall a very, very good event to watch. And of course, that 2nd place as well, then your 5th place really puts you in within. It keeps you within touching distance of Wupke Hoekstra in the Drivers' Championship, because if my maths are correct, you're going to be 47 points going behind into Assen. So, while it looks like Wupke could clinch it at the Dutch round, it's still to play for.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got a couple more rounds to go, I think. 2, 3?
There's 4 races overall.
Oh, there's 4 races overall? No,
Over 2 rounds.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's going to be very, very difficult. Yeah, I mean, Wupke's driven very well. I mean, he's been there when he needed to be. He's very quick overall, so he wins the title is definitely deserved. I think out of the whole grid, he's definitely my main competitor. I messed up in race 2. I mean, I should have won there to keep the gap closer. I think it's going to be a little difficult now. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen, and stranger things have happened in racing before. Thank you very much for joining us, fan. Pleasure to have you as always. And well, from one championship contender, we go to our championship leader, Wupke Hoekstra. A great double victory for you here, Wupke, at Jerez. So, championship must be in sight now.
Yeah, honestly, when I came into the round, I didn't expect to be gaining points on all the other people, so I just expected to get some top 10s again, maybe top 5 if I'm lucky, but yeah, 2 wins is a lot more than I expected. I got a bit lucky with people having internet troubles and with Sven going off track in race 2, for example. So yeah, a bit lucky, but I'm very happy. And well, Sven is still within distance, so I need to be there in the next races as well. Otherwise, he'll come past me.
Well, speaking of the next races, going into Assen, you should be about 47 points ahead of Sven de Vries. So that fourth place from Sven in the second race has put the onus on you, really, Wupke, to outscore Sven by 3 points if you want to secure the championship at Assen. How is Assen at the track for you? Is it something you're expecting to be strong at?
I've raced there like once or twice, and usually it's been pretty good for me. Not the greatest track ever. I'm not a big fan of the track, to be honest, but even though it's Dutch, that's the only reason I like it. But yeah, it's not a great track, but it should be all right. And I mean, if I can do it on the other tracks, then why shouldn't I be able to do it there?
Of course, you have to outscore Sven de Vries by 3 points to confirm the championship. Quite a tight circuit, Assen, so is qualifying going to be important for you?
Well, I came from ninth to first in this race, and also this track is also pretty tight in my opinion, and very hard to overtake. So yeah, qualifying is going to be a bit more important, but I'll just otherwise I'll just take advantage of the others, and I'll just score as many points as I can to keep the gap as big as I can. And if I don't clinch it at the next round, then I will clinch it at the final round, hopefully. So.
Yeah, well, we'll see exactly how that goes for you then, Wupke. Thank you very much for joining us, and of course, a pleasure to have you with us as well.
No problem.
And we do have one more interviewee we're just waiting on at the moment, but just while we have you, Sven, Wupke, just how has it really been, this return of WCS? Because it's a very new thing. We only came back this year, of course, so how has it been having this league back?
You want to go first?
Oh, I was gonna say that you have to go first, but I'll go first then. Yeah, for me, yeah, it's been good. I raced like 2 races because the league existed before, for the people who don't know. But I raced there, so it's good to see them back, and it's just really nice to see all the old people come back as well for some more racing, even though they haven't raced in years, some of them. So that's really good to see. The Formula 3 mod was a bit disappointing in the end, maybe, which is the reason why, yeah, why we only had like 18 drivers in this race and not the 34 or something like that we had at the beginning of the season. It's because the car is pretty hard to drive, but we're changing that for next season, so it should be all good.
Any words from you, Sven?
Yeah, I think Wopke summed it up pretty well. I mean, we had an incredibly strong field when we returned. I think at the beginning of the season there must have been 15 or 20 drivers that were definitely capable of winning. In the end, they can only win one, so I feel maybe we've lost quite a few people because they weren't satisfied with the positions they were in. But like Wopke was saying, the car's a little difficult to drive as well. We're going to be doing the GP3 for next season, which is a hell of a lot more stable and better for close battles. So we're definitely looking forward to that. In addition to that, we're most likely going to be doing the Renault Megane Trophy to replace the BMWs. And for both series, we're going to hand out trophies for the top 5 drivers and the top 3 constructors. So we're expecting an awesome season coming up.
I'm sure somebody who's going to be looking forward to that as well is none other than our own third placer from race 1, Thomas Hinds. Great to have you with us, Thomas. And, well, what a way to make a WCS debut.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I just, Wesley, messaged me, before the race because Joe couldn't make it. And he was just like, "Oh yeah, you want to have a go?" And I was just sitting there going, depending on how things go, I guess with sleeping patterns and stuff, I'll, see how we go. And then I ended up picking up for it, and I was like, "Yeah, all right, give it a go, see what happens." And he just sent the setup. It was okay, I guess. Wasn't anything. He said he didn't think it was too good, but I mean, it seemed to work okay for me anyway. So don't know. But yes, race 1 was far from perfect. Had a little spin of my own. Got involved in another incident that happened, and I kind of snowballed into it a little bit. And then obviously, Jason's 3-wheel wagon blocking the pit entry. That was an interesting moment. So not a perfect first race, but I think with everyone having, or a few people having, disconnects and stuff like that, I was able to sort of capitalise and just plug away and found myself third by the end, and battling with Josh and made a mistake, got past, and so that was unexpected. I just kind of joined last minute and was like, if we can do okay, that'd be cool. And then race 2, I think a lot of the guys stayed in at this time. There wasn't as many DCs, so I was probably a bit more where I should have been in race 1. Again, just got a decent start. Sort of fell back a bit, but I was being pretty passive off the start because I'd seen some incidents early on in race 1. So I thought I'll just stay back, make sure I don't get any crashes. And managed to keep clean, and just people had a few incidents and kept coming back up the field a little bit. Found myself in my own little space there for a bit in, I think, 7th. Then Sven had his little moment and came back through, so we had a nice little battle. But he was going to get me eventually, and I just, once he got alongside down the straight there, I thought, best just let him have it because we're just burning time to keep in touch with Rory. And then Jeffrey had his moment and got me up to 6th, and nearly at 5th, nearly. If I hadn't fought Sven, to be honest, I probably could have popped out ahead of Rory, but I'll take a 6th. That's pretty cool. So it was much better than expected. So good fun for an impromptu race, which is a common theme I'm noticing with me. But anyway.
Well, I guess ultimately that's what it's all about. And Johnny yourself in the 3rd place, really good as well. And, well, has it really inspired you maybe to take part in future WBS seasons?
We'll see, I guess. It all depends on timing, really. I usually try to avoid weekday stuff just for the time it's in the morning for me. This is sort of a special case, I guess. I sort of just happened to be right place, right time, I guess, in Wesley's case. We'll see. It depends. Probably not at this stage, just because I already do way too much as it is. As I said, I try to avoid anything that's too early on weekdays because sleeping patterns already stuffed up enough as it is. But we'll see. Definitely.
What time is it for you? If I may interrupt.
No, it's fine. Just past 6:30 in the morning. So.
So it starts at like 4.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, 4:30. Yeah. So.
That's some dedication right there.
Yeah, it's dedication, isn't it?
Yeah, wrong dedication really. I gotta flip things around a little bit, I think. But we'll see. I mean, it's certainly fun, and I'd like to, but it's gonna just depend on circumstance really, more than anything else. But if I can, I'd definitely be keen to do a bit more. Like the McGanns, probably be cool to have a go at them because any tin tops I tend to do better than open wheelers. So we'll see what happens. I guess it'll just be at the time kind of thing on whether it works for my timetable or that sort of thing. So we'll see.
Right, that's all we're going to do. Well, we're going to see. Thank you very much for joining. It's always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you, Josh. As always, great job with the broadcast. I go with the cams and everyone, and thank you very much.
Thank you indeed. And well, that wraps up our broadcast here from the circuit to Jerez. But do be sure to join us in a week's time for the BMW E90 Championship, which we have coming at you as well. And of course, in 2 weeks' time, the beginning of the end of the Formula 3 series, Assen, and the championship battle really hots up. But until then, I've been Josh Anderson, and from me and everyone here at WCS, it's very warm. Goodbye.